This is Mz B, and welcome to Quickie with Mz B. Today is Wednesday, halfway through that work week, hump day, if you're a Monday through Friday person. Anyways, today's topic is going to be all about the weird, random complaints that you've either heard about or talked about or have had experienced. All of the or none of the above. Just saying. This will be a good one. Okay, John, this one ought to be a really good topic of discussion. I know that you've worked in retail. I am getting so tongue-tied today.
I don't know, Mrs. D.
We so have to have an episode of just the bloopers. Really, we do. So anyways.
You being in the medical field, you've heard a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had brides. I've had to deal with. Now, people know Bridezilla. They've all heard of Bridezilla. Well, one of my former lives was running a facility that takes care of all the gentlemen's part of the wedding. And you may think, well, it's not that big a deal. It's the guys. Oh no, the guys don't pick anything. They don't pick anything.
The girls do.
They all show up, zip it shut, and sit down while she begins to pick everything. And for some strange reason, I never knew this until I worked there, did you know they also don't come alone?
The guys or the girls?
Oh, the girls. The girls always the girls bring a partner, and generally, a lot of times, it's the woman who raised them and made them this way. They bring in the mother.
Oh, they bring in mama. Okay. I didn't know that.
And the funny thing is they want things. And we had this one lady, she was like, well, what I've got a zebra pattern. And I'm like, well, let me be right up front with you. We don't have any vests or cummerbunds or bow ties that are in the zebra pattern. She goes, well, you'll make them then. I was like, well, it actually, see, when you're renting something, it doesn't actually work that way.
This is not couture.
It doesn't work that way. And she literally is like, does now. and you don't want to get into a confrontation. But I still need to correct you and not let you go down, because it's a rabbit hole, you see. They'll start going down this rabbit hole believing this. They believe this. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And every 12 seconds to go by, the belief that this is going to happen goes further. So I've got to try to re-ground her again. I used to call it grounding.
Bring her back to reality.
Yeah, you got to ground her. Make sure you ground her. Don't let her think that color exists, because it doesn't exist. There is no such color in the crayon box called leopard pattern. It just doesn't exist.
Well, that's just kind of odd, though. I mean, why would somebody want like a zebra pattern or a leopard pattern?
Because she was wackadoo. She had that whole Italian Princess New York thing going, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
She had the 4-inch nails, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took her like 3 minutes to sit down, because everything is just. It was so
tight,
yeah. She's a size 9, but she'll tell you she's a 1.
Yeah.
And she prefers to wear 0 as long as there's enough people to help pull it over her, you know? So, I mean, it took her literally over a minute to sit down and get her legs situated, you know, just so that everything, okay, good, I'm ready. Now I can speak. But then it's like, you know, she's so tight. She got that whole, what was that nanny lady, you know? She talked like her. Fran Dresser.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and that's what it was like, literally talking to her. But she's already got everything planned, and it's my dream. I've always wanted to have the boys in leopard. They're going to be in leopard. And like, I got to bring you back to earth here, because we don't have leopard print. Do now. I'm like, no. Okay, we're going to have to find some sort of a middle ground. We have a middle ground. I'm the customer. You're the person who does the stuff. I gotta have the leopard. I'm like, oh my God. You're not understanding.
see it.
Yeah,
I can just picture her, what she looks like as you're talking.
And you don't want to argue, but I have no choice here. I
Yeah.
cannot let this go any further. I've got.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not understanding. No, you're not understanding. Okay, I'm paying the bill. You're doing the work. So the boys are in leopard. I'm like, no, okay, all right, back to earth. Back. And then finally, I just literally go, okay, I have to let you know 100% that I apologize 1,000 times to you right now, but there are no leopard print. Well, then you'll make them. We do not have a facility to manufacture those. And remember, if we did make something like that, that'd be the only time. So, are you insulting me? Of course people would rent that. Who wouldn't want to rent that? I'm like, oh my God. I'm thinking, who wouldn't want to rent it? Who would want to rent it, sweetheart? You're crazy. I didn't. Of course, I didn't say. So I'm trying to get her to understand, and she finally stands up and goes, "Would you please deal with this man?" And that's what she tells her mother, and she walks out. I'm like, "Are you in belief that all this is going to happen too, or am I able to talk to you?" She's like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "You believe this is going to happen, don't you?" And she's like, "It's not. I'm like, there's no such thing. No. There are none. No. I can, and see, the big thing with this facility is you could go, they have facilities all over. The place I work for had facilities all over. So the big claim to fame is you can set up the wedding in Saginaw, Michigan, and you can have your guys measured all over. They just go to the nearest facility. Except for we couldn't measure a vest that doesn't exist. And where are we going to get these imaginary vests from? Fran Dresser said it's going to happen. That doesn't mean it's gonna.
She kind of reminds me of the lady from My Cousin Vinny. My biological clock is ticking.
Yeah,
it's that type of girl.
You're like going. So I'm trying to get the mother to understand that this is not going to happen. And then she's like, "Just you don't understand. My daughter's been waiting for this magic." She starts trying to tell me that her daughter's been waiting for this magic wedding. I'm thinking, wow, magic seems to be the theme here. Number one, the vest coming is going to be magic. These. She doesn't want bow ties. She wants long ties. Have you ever seen anybody show up ever with a leopard print long tie? I mean, what are you talking about? None of this even exists. Hang on, let me get Harry Houdini on the line and see if he can poof one of these out for you, sweetie. What are you talking about? And her mother's like, this is her dream. It's her dream wedding. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to tell you it's not great. You have a wonderful time. I can't provide the service for you, though. Maybe there's some place that does it. Have you gone online? We've looked everywhere. You're our last hope. I'm like, oh, great. Oh, great. I'm your last hope. Oh.
Okay, with that, well, John goes to find Harry Houdini or the magic wand. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is Mz B. You're listening to Quickie with Mz B. If you missed the first half of the show, please go back and check it out. Today, we're talking about crazy complaints that people have made. John had a doozy.
If Fran Drescher shows up at your place wanting leopard skin tuxedos.
I do have to admit, though, working retail of any kind, anywhere, is really hard because you do get like really strange, obnoxious people asking for really strange, obnoxious things that don't exist. Well, maybe in their mind, but not in the real world. So I'm going to tell you my story. When I used to work retail years and years ago, I worked for a jewelry store. And so we had this lady that came in one day, and she decided to purchase this ring. And it was a really nice ring. It was an emerald and diamond ring. And it was quite expensive. It cost quite a few thousands of dollars. So she purchased the ring that day, took it home with her, and then the following day she comes back. So now where I work was kind of more of the office area. I wasn't really out on the floor, but at the moment, she couldn't find anybody. So she comes back to where we are, and there was like a high counter, so she thought it was like the return or customer service area. So I said to her, I said, can I help you? And she says, yes. And she's like really pissed off at this point. I said, okay. She says, I want to return this ring. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I can't help you, but I will find somebody that can help you. I want you to help me with this. I came in here and I saw you first, so I want you to help me with this. And I'm like trying to explain to her, like, I can't help you because I don't know how to do the returns. I don't work on the floor. So then finally she goes, oh, okay, fine. Get me somebody that can help me. I said, okay, just wait here a moment. Went and found the person, kind of explained the situation so they weren't walking into it blindly. And then the gal came back and they just continued to do the business back there. Well, I went back to my desk, which was just, a couple feet away. And I hear this lady, just yelling at the poor salesperson. And the salesperson says to her, she goes, well, why do you want to return this ring? Does it not fit correctly? Or, what seems to be the problem? It is the wrong color. That's what she told her. She's like, excuse
she couldn't
me?
figure out that the emeralds were green and diamonds.
So she's trying to gently and nicely explain that, emeralds are green and, diamonds are going to look this way. She says, I realize that I'm not an idiot. But she says, it's the wrong color green. And so...
Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Let me get God.
I know. So the salesperson says to her, the wrong color green? Yes, you heard me. She goes, the wrong color. Yes, I went home last night and I just put my outfit on because I bought this ring to match my outfit and it doesn't match. So now I need to return the damn ring, she says. I couldn't believe it. I never heard anybody trying to match a piece of jewelry.
Why wouldn't you bring the outfit in and have it match? But number one, I mean,
okay, but yeah,
are you that crazy? Are you that crazy that you actually got to have it match exactly? I mean,
oh yeah, she did. She actually had, I don't know if it was a blouse or a top or something, but she actually had it in a bag with her. She laid it on the counter along with the ring, and she's like, see, this doesn't match.
Well, why didn't she do that when she bought it? I mean, why is it somebody else's fault that she's not smart enough to? I mean, that's like going to get paint. Go, okay, yeah, I want to get some paint. You have a paint chip? I don't bring paint chips. What color is it? I don't know. It's some kind of green.
I mean,
there's certain things
I couldn't believe it. So she took her back up to the front where all the rest of the jewelry was, where all the rest of the emerald, rings were. Excuse me, have the salesperson take out each ring one by one so that she could look at under the different lighting. Okay, not only was the lighting in the front different than the lighting in the back, and she's walking all around the store to try to find the right ring to match this outfit. And I'm like, that is the most craziest, insane thing I've ever heard. You spend all that money, come back the next day and say you want to return it because it's the wrong color. I mean, most people would say it's the wrong size or, there's a problem with the stone. Wrong color.
He dumped me. I dumped him. Something doesn't match my. But she sounds like she was so upset that the salesperson didn't match her outfit.
She was really upset with the salesperson because she just thought that this was something normal, everyday, request that, that it should be fulfilled. There's like no problem with this, and that poor salesperson is trying to keep their composure.
Yeah, I'm responsible because you didn't check the color. Hold on, what?
Yeah, that basically was it.
That's insanity.
So after about an hour and a half, long story short, she did find the ring that matched her outfit.
Oh, thank God. I hope it costs more money, too.
It did.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Win, win, win.
All's right in the world.
Wow. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, that had to be a hell
Yeah,
of a
so
story.
yeah.
Come home and tell that story, huh? Wow.
So honestly, people, John and I have worked retail, and if any of you have or currently are, we feel your pain.
Absolutely.
And on that note, we should go get a drink.